My name is Terry Malisi, and welcome to the gathering. I'm real excited about this gathering because it's been on my mind for quite some time. I've always wanted to do a gathering for the policemen and the firefighters to show my gratitude for the service that they provide our community. So I ran the idea by HCAM. They loved the idea, so here we are. This is an appreciation gathering, and it's going to be quite a gathering, as I'm told, and we'll be cooking for 60 people. Now, I'm not sure that many is going to show up, but that's how many we're cooking for. And whoever shows up may even get to take some leftovers home. And what is going to be on the menu? So I thought, because they are first responders, and what do they, go to the rescue to? Well, this is hurricane season, so I thought it would be apropos to prepare a Louisiana meal. So for appetizers, we're going to have Cajun cornbread with skewered shrimp and andouille sausage. We'll have Louisiana sunburst salad, and of course a main staple, jambalaya, for the main course. And then we're going to follow it up with king cake. Now, because we're cooking for so many people, this is the day before the event. So this is really like part one of a many-part show, parts for the show. And what we're going to do today is the desserts. So we are making 9 king cakes, and we will start by making 2 because we'll do 2 at a time. And I have been grateful and so fortunate to have a friend and neighbor who offered her help with me on this today and tomorrow. And she's an experienced baker, so we all know that's not my forte. So I'm really going to tap into her talent, and I would like you to welcome Catherine Regan. Hey, Catherine.
Hi, Terry. Good job.
Oh,
Very
thank
good
you.
job.
Thank
This
you.
has been fun so far. I really appreciate this. And like you, I appreciate the firemen and the policemen because they literally put their lives on the line every single day.
Here are the ingredients for the 2 king cakes. So, Catherine, why don't you take it away for the ingredients? What do we have in front of us?
All right, we have 2 teaspoons of vanilla. I put a little extra in there for the chief. We have 4 cans of crescent rolls. We have 8 ounces of cream cheese. No, it's not lower fat. We have 4 tablespoons of real butter. We have 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, 2/3 of a cup of brown sugar, and 4 tablespoons of powdered sugar. And those are the ingredients. And over here we have the frosting. So the frosting is comprised of powdered sugar, or you can call it confectioners, whichever you prefer. And we're going to make a little decoration on the top that's in line with the king cake, and then possibly sprinkle a little sugar on the top.
That's a definite.
All right. Okay.
All right.
Let's
So, what I guess we ought to start with is cracking those open. So, as you can see, we're doing the points in the center and then pinching, right, halfway up.
Right.
Because these cakes historically are served during Mardi Gras time, Catherine,
Yes.
now they're decorated with the colors purple, yellow, and
Green.
green. What do they stand for? Do you remember?
I do. We have purple for justice, green for
Faith,
faith, yeah, and gold for
power.
power.
And the gold is going to be yellow. Beautiful. Ooh, that looks beautiful.
Yep. Very good.
All right. There you have it. They will go in a 350 oven for 20-25 minutes. But keep a watch because we don't want to see them burn. This is just so that we're precise on the colors. There we go. Well, here you have it. 9 king cakes. Next time you see us, we're going to have a couple more people with us. A firefighter who cooks for the Hopkinton Fire Department. He's going to co-host with us. And my very good friend Patty, who you've seen on previous shows, she's going to be joining us. I may have a woman who works in my building also join us later on. And we also have a wonderful fellow quilter who is also well known to HCAM, who's going to be there tomorrow filming the whole event. So we'll be at the Faith Community Church in the morning, cooking from 9 to 2:30, and then we'll be cooking the appetizer, the main course, and then putting together the salad dressing for the salad. And then we'll make it over to the Woodville Rod and Gun Club, where we'll decorate, we'll put the final touches on all the meal items, and get ready for the guests.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So, Catherine, I can't thank you enough for your help with these king cakes, and we're off to a great start.
Right.
All right. So the next time you see us, it'll be tomorrow at the church. So thanks again for joining us, and see you then. Hi, and welcome back to the gathering. Well, here we are at the Faith Community Church to cook our meal. They were kind enough to donate the space to let us cook today. So as you can see, it is a beautiful big kitchen. And with me cooking is Patrick Gross, who cooks for the firefighters in Hopkinton. And here is my good friend, Catherine. Okay, so now we're sauteing the shrimp in some butter and some garlic. And you want to coat the shrimp with the butter and the garlic. And here's Patty. Y'all know Patty, Pat Bryant. Hey.
Let's get started.
Okay, so I would get a big bowl myself. Jambalaya tins have to be out of the oven by 2, which means they need to be in there by 12:30. Okay? You good? Yes, chef. That's what I want to hear.
Hi. Yes, chef. Maestro. It is going to happen. Patrick, what are you cutting there?
Poblano peppers. They're mild chili pepper. The cornbread.
Oh, we didn't have to do it.
This is andouille sausage, which is spiced with Creole seasoning or Cajun seasoning. Spicy.
I've got onion powder, garlic powder, oregano, basil, thyme, black and white pepper, cayenne pepper, paprika, and salt.
I want the
I'm sauteing up some peppers, onions, and celery. We're going to add some tomato paste, some crushed tomatoes, a bunch of spices. Then it's going to get mixed in with some andouille sausage, shrimp, chicken, ham, and rice. And that's it in a nutshell.
Thank you.
If you just bang it on the side, and there's 6 cups of shredded. This is 4. Oh, this baby is a whisk. This is the basis of our Cajun cornbread muffins. We're adding the 18 beaten eggs. It smells delicious. Just with these ingredients, the peppers, the onions. Oh, amazing, huh?
Okay, so what do we have in here right now?
It's We sauteed up some celery, onions, and green peppers. There's some tomato paste in there, some chopped canned tomatoes, bay leaf, Cajun spices, or jambalaya spices, and some Worcestershire sauce.
Fantastic. So, and what goes in next? What's the next step?
Next step is we're going to separate this, and we're going to make 4 of our roasting cans. It's going to be with rice, shrimp, ham, chicken, and andouille sausage.
Oh boy, sounds like a lot.
That's a blend of Cajun seasoning that was being prepared earlier. That gets mixed in. And it's all going to be put together a little bit later.
What we have here, sliced andouille sausage, the shrimp that was cooked in the garlic butter, and we have skewers that have been soaking so that when we put them in the oven later, they're not going to catch on fire. So how I envision doing this, I wanted to do this, right? I don't know how this is going to work, but I think it's kind of a cute presentation if we can do that. Gingerly skewer. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? Coming down.
Very cool.
And then we'll do one more because we're doing 2 per skewer. And again, you've got to twist the skewer through and make sure you get the end of the shrimp so that it all stays together. And that's going to go on one plate with the Cajun cornbread muffin. So there you have it. And just put them in here. And then we'll transport them to the club in that. So there you go, girls.
What'd she say?
Wow. Wow. What do you think? Awesomeness.
Wow. Good job.
Oh. They're going to be loving this tonight.
It's all what made the spices. That's what it is.
So, these are the main ingredients for the jambalaya beside the Creole seasonings. We've got cubed ham, sliced andouille sausage. We have cubed cooked chicken breasts, and we have shrimp. So those are the main ingredients, plus we have rice. We have 72 Cajun cornbread muffins. There you go. Are you looking at this? Is this a piece of magic over here? Cajun magic. Creole with a lot of soul. It's looking a lot like jambalaya. And now we're rolling on to the next venue, the Woodville Rod and Gun Club. See you there. Okay, so good evening, everybody, and welcome. I'm Terry Malisi, and I am the producer and host of a cooking show on HCAM called The Gathering. And it's always been my intention to prepare a dinner for the Hopkinton firefighters and police officers. And so when I brought the idea to the station manager, Jim Cousins, he loved it, so here we are. And it couldn't have been possible without the help of people. So I'd like to just say a quick thank you to them. They donated their time, some with monetary donations, and services and locations. So I'd like to thank my good friends Pat and Catherine and Christine, who helped cook and will be serving tonight. I would like to thank, of course, Jim and Mike for always supporting me at HCAM and helping me out with my ideas, especially this event. And I'd like to thank the Faith Community Church, who let us use their kitchen to cook this fine meal. And then, of course, I'd like to thank the Woodville Rod and Gun Club for letting us use their hall. So right now, if we could take a few moments to recognize the firefighters and police officers who are no longer with us, but provided us service. Thank you for that. And I bet you're wondering what's on the menu. Well, as we all know, it's hurricane season. And who are the first responders to hurricanes, right? The police officers and the firefighters. So I thought it would be great for us to have a Louisiana meal. So for an appetizer, we're going to have Cajun corn muffins served with skewered shrimp and andouille sausages. We're going to have Louisiana sunburst salad. For the main course, we're going to have jambalaya, of course. And then we're going to finish up the meal with king cakes, but no plastic babies, because we didn't want any EMTs having to provide the Heimlich, okay? So they're just plain cakes. So again, welcome. I hope you brought your appetite. And I would like to invite Senator Karen Spilka up to say a few words. Senator?
Good evening, everybody, and thank you, Terry. I have to say, I apologize up front. I cannot stay for the whole night, but I wanted to come because I thought this is such an important event, the appreciation of our police and firefighters. We don't take enough time to do this day in, day out for all the service and the sacrifice that our police and firefighters do every single day. And your families. We acknowledge your families as well. It's not always easy. So this was a great idea. After hearing that menu, I'm tempted to can my next event and stay, I have to say. I know, it's really tempting. Maybe I'll work my way back here. But thank you, Terry, for doing this. What a wonderful idea. And hopefully this will become an annual event and grow. And then you can rotate, hope not for other hurricane states, but it sounds delicious. So thank you, everybody, and thanks to all the service, to all the police and firefighters. Thank you, both chiefs, for all that you do. You play critically important roles in our town, in our region, and in our state. So thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, so relax and enjoy. And I am here with Senator Karen Spilka, Police Chief Edward Lee, and Fire Chief Steve Slammin. Excuse me, if I can have your attention for one more minute. I omitted to thank one of the most important contributors, Patrick Gross, who is a cook for the firefighters, and he helped cook everything today, and mostly the jambalaya. So Denise, if you could please put the camera on Patrick. Thank you.
When I grabbed Steve's jambalaya.
We have plenty. If you'd like a couple more, just let me know.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was a fantastic meal. I want everyone a round of applause for Terry and the crew for a fantastic meal. She did this all for you. And right now we need to have a few words from our town manager, Norman Kamalo. Norman, if you come up and say a few words. First off, allow me to add to the thank yous that have been extended to Terry for honoring our finest firefighters and police officers today. Any form of appreciation that comes from the community that we serve as local government practitioners is always most appreciated. Thank you. And also to Chiefs Lee and Slayman and your fabulous finest teams. I want to thank you for your dedication, commitment, and excellent services to community Hopkinton. At times, it sounds simpler to thank the firefighters and police officers. And at times, it sounds even more exciting to do that, especially for me. Usually people ask me, what work do you do? It's very difficult to explain what town managers do. The easiest way I have found is to simply say, I work with police officers and firefighters. They save lives. That's how I define my work now. Thanks through to you. A simple message I want to share with you in this moment where we appreciate your services is something that perhaps at times gets overlooked. Namely, you have your loved ones, your families, that you always leave behind in the morning. I want to take this opportunity to thank them. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, Norman. And now we're going to hear a few words from our police chief, Chief Ed Bleak. Ed, please.
I'd just like to start by thanking Terry for this wonderful, wonderful meal. Those cakes, what are they called again?
King cakes.
King cakes. I feel like a king. I have to bring home one for my wife too.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate this. You know, it's not so much Steve and I. I mean, I have an honor to lead the police department and public safety in this town. I also have the honor of leading the public safety dispatches as well. And all the men and women that make up the police department, public safety dispatch, and the fire personnel. We have a great working relationship, Steve and I. And I've seen in other communities where there's friction between police and fire, but it's like one big happy family over there. And we really appreciate that. We work well together. And I can't say enough. It's just an honor for me to lead the police and dispatch and to work with Steve and work in this great community. It's unbelievable the amount of support that we get from the community, and we certainly do appreciate it. For law enforcement, it's been a tough couple of years, a lot of tragedies, a lot of divisiveness throughout the country. But one thing that never wavers here in Hopkinton is the support for the police, and we certainly do appreciate that. And it's moments like this that make it all worth it. And hopefully this becomes a tradition. So thank you very much.
And now for our fire chief, Chief Slayman. Steve.
Thank you, Terry Jambalaya. I have a big jambalaya belly right now on TV, so I have to face that. But, you know, Norman and Chief Lee brought up some great points. The community support that's here. As fire and police, we love serving the community. Chief Lee and I are lucky that we get to represent a group in Hopkinton. This is a special community. We're proud of our community. Every day we see the support and the giving, and our crews go out. They've been real busy today. They ran all day, and I sit there on a Saturday going to see this appreciation, to come back. They came in an hour late because of calls, and they're here getting some dinner, and I appreciate what you guys do. Appreciate representing you, and I thank you very much for thinking of us in this special way. So thanks again, Chief Lee, thank you with your crews. We enjoy working together, and I do hope this is an event that gets another chance. Thank you.
And none of this could have never happened unless the excellent efforts from our producer, our chef, Terry Belisi. Terry, come on up.
just want to again thank you for your service to our community. As it was said earlier, you know, you have families, you leave your homes every day, never knowing what faces you, and it's so appreciated. And you know, you mentioned the divisiveness in the country. I'll never get it, because honestly, even those people protesting, who's the first one you call when there's an emergency? It just doesn't make sense to me, but that's okay. It's a free country. But I want to also thank everybody that helped me put this together. And Patrick, thank you. So sorry. That jambalaya was even better than the one I made in the past. So thank you again for that. There's a challenge. There's a challenge.
Beach and bocce, we can beach and cooking. All right, it's go time.
Okay, well, it looks like this will be an annual tradition. And then down the road, maybe we can even arrange to have your families join us, because I know that would be a wonderful thing, because as Senator Spilka said before, you know, your families deserve recognition too, because they are letting their loved ones come out and serve our community. So again, thank you, thank you, thank you all, and yeah, let's do this again next year. And what we always do, we always end a show, and Denise, you might want to back up the camera for this.
Guys, come over here. I'm sorry.
Okay, be good?
Yes.
Here's Stage Cam. Woo!